What is going on, everybody? My name is Jason McCullough, and this is Music for My Sanity. Actually, it's not much about music, so much as just continuing my personal series about what the F is wrong with me. So, that can fill an encyclopedia. And I think a lot of us can say the same thing, right? I think a lot of us have those days. You just, what the hell am I doing, man? What is wrong with me? I'd probably say that a lot. But what I wanted to touch on today, and I've tried to actually make a couple of videos so far, they just get really long-winded and they're really hard to edit, and I'm hitting like 30 minutes. This is way too long. So anyways, I'm going to try and sum this up. I'm going to have to narrow these problems down to like way more isolated things. I think the first one I want to touch on is chronic pain. So, chronic pain will change your life. It is an absolutely terrible thing. It's something, oh man, it's awful. So, my chronic pain is due to repeated whiplash in my neck from headbanging too much. The repeated whiplash causing spinal stenosis. All the cartilage is gone. Every disc in my neck is herniated, except for C5, C6, which has been replaced. So I've got bone spurs all up and down my neck. I've got spinal stenosis, which is where the bone spurs start growing in and impinging on the nerves. Even though in my last video I said, I've had that neck surgery ever since, it's been great. About a week ago, I had my first setback, which I'm still paying for it. It hurts so bad. All I did was stretch and do that, and click. Oh, my head was stuck. I couldn't pick my head up, and so couldn't get to my chiropractor for like a couple days. So by that time, the pain was just stuck there. So anyways, my lower back, a lot of damage down there from just too much heavy lifting from when I used to build gyms. It doesn't matter how you lift 1,000 pounds. The simple fact that you can lift it the right way. You're just gonna wear and tear on your back. A strong core, none of that matters, man. So I've also been an athlete and just been insane my whole life as far as physical stuff. So I hurt my neck, hurt my back. My lower back shoots pain down my right leg, and I've had this cramp in my calf for, I don't know, 8 years. But I've also had a muscle spasm. Like when you pinch a nerve in your neck and you get that between the shoulder blades thing. Well, I've had that since 2009. And so anyways, chronic pain is a silent killer. And depending on who you are and how you carry yourself, if you're like me, most people have no idea. But it's exhausting. It tears away at you all day, every day. It doesn't stop. It doesn't get better. So the thing is, most people don't see it, and most people don't understand it. Probably one of the worst things is when my back is about to go out, and I can tell, unfortunately, it's not always convenient. So it's not always it could be something as stupid as my wife saying, hey, I want you to go do this thing, or I want you to go clean this, or go mow the lawn, or vacuum, or something like that. But even vacuuming can be dangerous when your back is as bad as mine. And, I'm better off lifting something heavy than I am vacuuming. I'd sooner lift something that weighs 300 pounds than vacuum or bend over to pick up something off the floor. And that's true for a lot of people with bad backs. You never hurt your back doing something heavy lifting. You always hurt it doing something stupid. And when it goes, man, you're done for 3 weeks. But the chronic pain toll, aside from the physical toll, part of the physical toll comes from the fact that your body is processing stress constantly. All right, so that stress causes increased cortisol production from your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys. So there's been some studies about this, and I'm speculating. So I have a lot of health and biology, anatomy, physiology, pathophysiology. I got a lot of background in this, but not like a doctor, But there has been some correlation between chronic pain and chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue. Those three things. Because adrenal fatigue can cause chronic fatigue and also cause other imbalances in the hormones of your body. But the chronic pain keeps that cortisol production going, right? So you get desensitized to it. So your fight or flight becomes way more significant than an average person's. So, all right, but that's just kind of the physicality of it. The things, the things that grind on you day to day. When I used to, before this, I could get 5-6 hours of sleep, sometimes 4, and function perfectly fine throughout the day, high energy, do everything I needed to do. Since this, I need 8 to 9 solid hours of sleep, man. I mean, I really don't get solid sleep, but I need to, because my body's exhausted, my body's drained every day, and it causes a mental toll. That is probably what I think the biggest part of my videos really is trying to explain. It's not just how do you deal with this stuff physically, it's how do you deal with it mentally. And mentally speaking, it's rough. Because in America, in the US, our healthcare system is shot. It's garbage, it's absolute garbage. I work in the healthcare system. I know the ins and outs. The mental toll, which in every other modern country in the world is one of the first parts of treating an injury, illness, or disease, is you also want to treat the mental health aspect. In the US, we don't do that, and because insurance companies just don't want to pay for it. But dealing with that for yourself, it was a huge kick in the teeth for me. Going from being able to comfortably deadlift, 600-700 pounds, to not being able to pick up my daughter, who at the time I think was like 2 or 3, when my back decided it was never going to be good again, and the pain never went away. Yeah. Literally going from being the strongest guy in every single room I ever walked into, in a very literal sense, to being somebody who's afraid to bend over and pick something up. Somebody who's afraid to miss a step, because if I miss a step I might tweak my back. All that. And afraid to carry groceries from the car, man. Come on. I can barely pick up my guitar. I definitely can't carry my amp anymore. Well, I can now, but it took years to get back there. But the pain is still there. But that mental toll, man, it's depressing. It's difficult to deal with. It's very hard. And it's also, the other thing too, is it never feels like people really understand the actual level of the magnitude of what you're dealing with. Other than other people that have dealt with this amount of pain and this amount of mental anguish going through it themselves. The other thing too is a lot of people don't realize is pain is 100% subjective. It is felt differently by every single person. There's no rhyme or reason, so you can't assume. Like, one of the worst things a person can ever say, like when I tell somebody, oh man, my back's about to go out today, or my back is hurting, it's shooting down my leg, my whole leg is cramping, my knee hurts, my heel hurts, it's all nerve pain. And when I tell somebody that, they go, oh yeah, man, yeah, my back's sore today too. Yeah, man, I know how you feel. Yeah, man, I gotta be careful. No, you know what, don't do that. If you're one of those people that tries to compare your current maybe soreness to somebody who has absolute chronic debilitating pain every single day, you need to stop that, because it's not the same thing. I can say that firsthand experience, because same thing, man. When I was younger, I'd work with a lot of older mechanics, and they'd say, oh man, my back's, oh boy, it's going bad today. And not really getting the level that they dealt with this every day until it happened to me. The day where it doesn't go away is one of the worst days of your life. And you go looking, trying to make sense of it. And if you're like me, you're like, nah, screw this. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this. You can't. You simply can't beat it. So you really have to learn how to accept it. But not just accept it, but how to live with it. And that's one of the wonderful things of the human body, is that your body is freaking magical, man. It will compensate, and mentally speaking, you might feel like there's no way because I thought the same thing, that you can ever deal with this. But then time happens. You start feeling better. Or not feeling better, but the way you're mentally processing the level of pain changes. It becomes background noise. I mean, it's still there and it's still causing physiological issues in your body because your body still processes all of it. But mentally, you start to understand that, you know what? I can deal with this. I can move on. I can move forward. And it's really good to have a good support group around you, but it's also really hard to find people that genuinely understand the actual toll that all of this takes on the average person. And there's a lot of people that fall into the opioid issues. There's a lot of people that get hooked on the pain meds and the drugs through pain management. There's a lot of, and opioids are great if used properly. Gabapentin, other things like that, they can be used the right way and be a great help. I've seen two ways, man. I've seen people go the drug way, where they get really hooked and they're completely addicted to pain meds, opioids specifically. But then I've seen the other way, where people go the more healthy route, where they've used the pain meds, just like me, as a crutch or as a bridge to get to that next step. And then you're able to get rid of those. Diet modification, exercising, things like that were a huge help for me. They're not all, but see, that's my thing. It might not work for you. There might be a different combination of things that you might need to do to best serve yourself and your pain. But also, I really want to say this. Anybody that is trying to mentally deal with this pain and feel like you don't have anybody to reach out to, throw me a message. Drop it in the comments. You can email me, Music for My Sanity. Was it Music for My Sanity 2018 at gmail.com. You can email me and I'll be more than happy to share my experiences dealing with this, because it takes out a lot of people, man. And I think everybody, if you have the right motivation and the right support group, I think just about anybody can actually get through this. So anyways, chronic pain sucks, but life does go on and you can progress and you can move forward in life. It doesn't have to be the one thing that defines you, and it doesn't have to be the one thing that defines your life. It's a huge part of it, and it restricts a lot of what you can no longer do. But there's always life beyond that. There's always a bright side to all this. I mean, dude, look at me. I'm still playing music. I'm getting out there. I'm doing my thing. I'm still trying to stay fit, and I got a family. I'm exhausted every day, but life is good. And if I was stuck concentrating on my pain all the time, life would be miserable. You got to look beyond that. You got to find other things to focus on to keep your sanity, to make you, and to help you progress as a person, because you can't let the pain define you. So anyways, cheers everybody. Once again, my name is Jason McCullough. This is Music for My Sanity. If anybody needs any help or any guidance or just an ear, please reach out to me, especially about the mental issues dealing with chronic pain. So I will be getting back to more music videos here shortly. I'm working on my rig right now, and it kind of sucks. But anyways, thanks everybody.